That's me, folks. Hey,
There he is.
what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 141 of Mirrorless Minutes. The intro is not what it was supposed to be. I spent some time this evening putting together this cool thing that I was going to roll kind of like an intro to the show. And I all the assets for it was a video, and all the assets that I needed for the video that I'd pulled from all over the web and stuff like that. I went to move them to the recycle bin, which I did, and empty the recycle bin. And then just about 10 minutes ago, realized that not only did I move all the assets for this video, I also moved the exported video into the recycle bin and emptied it. So, ta-da! How's that for an intro?
There you go.
What's
You know what they
going
say about assets, or I don't know what they say, but it's a good word.
on? Asset, not ass hat. Although tonight, definitely the latter for me. So, how you been, Mike? Welcome back. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been a few. It's been a few. It feels like I don't know. Everybody uses the word. It's always called the COVID absence or whatever. I didn't have it, so I can
Yeah.
tell you that.
Well,
I have been through testing, so that's an interesting.
yeah, have you gone a couple of times for it or just one?
Just once, but two different kinds of tests: the antibodies and the regular.
Okay.
Test. But I'm pretty sure the regular test they touched. I'm almost pretty certain they touched my brain.
Yeah.
That stupid swab.
Yeah.
That thing is. I mean, people say it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable.
Is it?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But I mean, compared to not knowing what's going on, it's worth it.
For sure. Yeah. It's constantly the topic of conversation. And then I haven't been anywhere where it's been kind of an issue for me necessarily. I mean, aside from obviously it has impacted my entire life.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
but luckily, knock on wood, no close exposures or anything like that. So hey,
Yeah.
Karen, how you doing?
Sure.
So this is a different episode. Aside from the fact that it's 141.
Yeah.
So, and it's been a minute since you've been on. So I will probably just like sit back, turn the mic over. Does that work? You can do that. It'd be weird for me to not be talking constantly, but I'm willing to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, are you talking about the Bronco tonight?
Talk about the Bronco.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah,
I really wanted to hear about it because I'm really interested in actually looking into it. So.
Yeah. So okay, we'll talk about that. We'll lead into everything with the Bronco talk. So not photography related directly, but indirectly it will be because I'm going to be using it for photography for sure. So yeah, if you watch any kind of automotive news or maybe not even automotive, just regular news, Ford announced that they're bringing back the Ford Bronco. They're bringing back a couple of different types of it. They're bringing back the Bronco Sport, which is like a little crossover, sport utility vehicle, kind of like a Ford Edge or a Lincoln MKX or something like that. But then they're also bringing back a bigger Bronco, which is going to be like a competitor to the Jeep Wrangler. And I have been wanting a Jeep forever, but I'm a Ford guy from a Ford family. And as soon as I started seeing prototype shots of it, a couple years ago, I thought, man, I'd really like a Bronco. And as things got closer and closer, I found out that they're doing a reservation system and sort of found a back door into the reservation system that got me in as soon as it opened up. I was within 5 minutes reserved while I watched hundreds of people complain that they couldn't get their reservation in. So I reserved a Bronco. If you're into trucks and new vehicles and stuff like that, so I reserved the Bronco. It's the Badlands package, which is pretty beefed up.
Yeah,
it's really beefed up. 35-inch tires.
Is that the real wide tires on it?
That's big. It's not the Sasquatch package, although I'm looking at potentially add that maybe. Although it just gives me a tire that doesn't make sense for driving regularly, so I may just stick with the one I've got. But the one I've got will have it's 4-door. It's got front sway bar disconnect, which means the front tires are like very articulating when you're on rocks. It should be a monster. But so how this ties into photography, I plan on definitely doing some overlanding trips, which would be me, driving out off the beaten
Oh. At least I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Oh, now Jamie's gone. Still video image of Jamie. Can anyone see me?
Okay.
Oh, hey.
I have no idea what in the heck was going on. I don't know if my kid is upstairs streaming or what's happening. I had to, it just all froze on me. But anyway, so nobody wants to hear talk about a Ford Bronco. So
I know we probably don't, but I the car, you know what? It's cool. I remember the old Ford Broncos. It's just cool that Ford's doing it, and then
Yeah.
to make it a photo traveling truck. I know it's right up your alley, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you've always talked about stuff like that. You know, always wanted to have. I mean, we've talked about. I know we talked about the Sprinter.
Mhm.
I don't know, you know, if that's really the luxury vehicle. I think the Bronco might be a little bit more suited.
Right, for sure.
Sprinters are little costly if you're going to suit them out for cross country travel.
You'd be surprised at how many of those I saw in the Tetons.
Did you really?
Yeah, the Mercedes Sprinters
Yeah.
with a raised up suspension and big off-road tires.
Oh wow, really?
And safari racks on the roof. They're
Wow.
pretty incredible vehicles.
Yeah, because
lot of them.
I know we sell just a ton of those things. I mean, it's such a I don't want to call it a cult vehicle, but you can do so much with it. Really,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can. And a lot of people, instead of buying those giant RVs, they're going for that Sprinter, and it's a lot easier to drive than, you know, your whatever it is, 25, 30-foot RV.
Right.
I mean, not that I've ever driven one. I couldn't really tell you, but
Yeah. Probably
So,
right though. Probably is
yeah,
an easier drive.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's my goal is to so I put the reservation in. I already put a deposit down with the dealership, so they're sitting on money, and I can't even order it yet. I just reserved it
really?
and already put a deposit down. You can't even customize and build your order yet. So I'll be doing basically like what you do with a new Apple product. I'm doing a built to
Mhm.
order. So I'm ordering exactly everything how I want it. I've not done that with a vehicle. I usually pick one off from the lot.
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't. In fact, I don't remember the last time I even did that. I mean,
Yeah.
it has to be 30 years ago, and I don't even know if my mom did it maybe or something. I don't really remember. It was
Yeah.
always just, yeah, well, that's the one on the lot. I'll take it.
Yeah,
You know.
same. And I just hope that it has most of everything that I want on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas this way, it'll be everything down to every minor detail. And then what's cool, you know, with Ford, I'm sure other manufacturers are the same way. I'll get a notification. Oh, there's my dogs. I'm getting a notification that my son's home. So I'll get a notification from Ford that it is now being assembled, and it just takes an afternoon. You know, it's like an afternoon for it to be built. So
Yeah.
that'll probably be. I'll be able to configure it. I think in August or September, and I should take possession of it in April.
Oh wow. Where are they building them? Do you know?
Wayne.
Really?
The Wayne truck plant. Yeah, right
Oh,
here in
wow.
Michigan.
Cool.
Yeah.
You should be like, maybe you should go in and document it. That would even be better.
I know that if I knew someone that worked at the Wayne assembly plant, I could probably get in. I could ask around. I've got enough family members who probably have connections. It would be kind of cool to go in and walk through the process and watch my vehicle be built and document. That'd be pretty amazing.
You know, mine is the whole COVID issue that might stop them letting you in, but
Exactly.
But who knows? But I mean, who knows how it's going to roll?
By then
it could be entirely different. So that's fantastic. That is really cool. So so that's what's going on. Let's see, what have I been doing? I have been working, which is good.
Yeah.
Especially for, you know, if anyone else in our audience here or any of the 40 million people in the U.S. that are out there, whether you're furloughed or whatever. It's not easy, and I'm on the other side of that piece, doing that to people, and it's tough.
Yeah.
Every day. So and we, still, our company still has people furloughed, and we just made a decision to cover benefits for a whole nother month for the thousands that we have. So it has been, I have never in my career have worked this hard and not traveled.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I haven't traveled. The last travel I did was the Hawaii trip, and that likely will be the only travel I do this entire year. I'm not even sure how much we're going to travel next year at this point.
Right.
I think the vaccine needs to be there for the company to say to do major travel.
Sure.
And so many states now, even if you jump between our states and go visit stores, you can't go into certain states, that aren't allowing you in.
Right. Yeah.
So we're really in a tough bind. But yeah, so work has been a little bit wild. Well, I'm sure everybody's has, though. I mean, that's no different. I mean, anybody that's working, it's been different. It's been different for you, and you're sitting at home.
Yeah, I think I've only been in the office 3 times since March.
Yeah, we've been back to the office now for, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks probably. I only left for about 4 or 5 total. And in the meantime, maybe some of you that know me on Facebook or whatever, and Jamie knows, my wife had a horrible, horrible fall 12 weeks ago. It's been 12 weeks this week. And she broke her left ankle, her right foot, and we've had a series of surgeries and casts and boots, and she's back to work. That's the best thing right now. This week, back to work, and doing PT for another 6 weeks and stuff like that. So yeah, that has been a real interesting thing too. Like when she first hurt herself, I had to just pick her up, put her in the back of the car, and drop her off at emergency. I couldn't go in with her, and 10 hours later I picked her up. We had to go to a special surgery center because you didn't want to go into a hospital to have surgery.
Right.
Yeah, so lots of craziness. I don't know. I could go on and on, but yeah, that's what life's been like.
Insane.
But yeah, and I think everybody on here probably definitely has had some of the same weirdness that we've all experienced. So
yeah.
But so do you want me to go into announcing things, or what do you want me to do? You want to talk about pictures, or what do you want to do?
We can save the suspense for the end.
Okay, yes, that's what I sort of thought.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I guess
you got some stuff to share.
Maybe I'll talk about the letter I just got a little bit somehow in a fashion.
In a fashion. All right, I'll be interested to hear this.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Okay. So
on the fly, man.
Right. So how do I approach this?
I don't know.
Maybe I don't approach this. Maybe I wait.
Yeah. I think
this show is so full of mystery tonight, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was me just literally sharing what you said. I was trying to share this one that I was looking snazzy with these earphones.
What are they? They look new.
They're Audio Technica. They're
okay.
They're not like outrageously expensive, but they're not the cheap.
Great brand.
I was using before. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh, fantastic brand. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've kind of added a few new pieces of equipment to the little area here. Different mic, so ended up with a Rode
That's
mic.
Right. Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Different stand. Got rid of the scissor arm stand. So trying to make this a little more easy to use, easy to set up, kind of easy to function with. So
the layer,
huh? Yeah,
like Dr. Evil.
Yeah, it's about it. Sure. So it's funny, we got everybody chatting back and forth in here. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, we can either jump into it, or I brought photos, but I really wasn't planning on sharing photos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I don't have any big photos to share necessarily. I mean, if I did, I'd share some of my granddaughter. I haven't talked much about her. Now that she's 9 months old, last time I was able to, at least I see her FaceTime, she probably doesn't realize that her grandma and grandpa have bodies attached to the faces that she sees.
Right. Yeah. How crazy.
But it's been 8 months since I've seen her. She was only a month old. Now she's, just over 9 months. So I can't wait to get to see her. Denise is going to get to see her this weekend. And I'm unable to go because I actually had my first competitive bike event, one that's not canceled.
Right.
So
is that the one that's near me?
No. You know what? The 100-miler goes out to you. It's actually it's in Dexter.
Okay.
So the 100-miler goes all the way to your, like, right up to your house and back.
From where?
From Dexter. I don't know which way it takes to get from Dexter to you. But
it takes the long way.
Yeah, and it's all gravel roads. So
no,
the one for you is and it's not canceled though. It's good. August 29th or something like that. Okay. I'm going to let you know for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's like they must be doing a play off the 50 Cent or something, because it's called the Fast 50. I'm pretty, because it's a 50, whatever. 50-miler. We'll see.
Hey. So, question for everyone in the audience. Rich wants to know who has not shot the Comet.
There you go.
I have shot it one time, just once, and honestly, I felt like I kind of felt like I had to. You know what I mean? Like, it was just one of those things. Everybody's doing it, so so I went out. And I've just had bad luck with the skies. Every time I've gone out to do it, it's crazy. So like, what I want clouds at sunset and clear skies at night. Every time I go to shoot a sunset, the clouds burn off and there are no clouds. You know what I mean? And then now when I go at sunset, the clouds burn off. And then as it gets dark, they all move back in again. So I have literally clouds for sunset. And then when I go to shoot the Comet at night, I have no chance of shooting it because it's all clouds. So I give up. I got my couple of photos. I am done with it, I think.
What was that app you were talking about? I noticed in your post. Was it a sunset app or something?
Yeah, so it's funny.
I never even heard of that.
So there are a few apps that'll analyze of various things. I'm sure that they analyze the cloud cover. I'm sure they keep track of things like if there are wildfires that maybe, putting dust and solids in the air, things like that. And then it's supposed to give you a percentage chance of, what the likelihood is of a sunset. So I went out the other night and let me see if I can do this here. So I went out the other night and I was just planning on, just trying to get a sunset. But before I went out, I looked at the app and it said there's like a 25% chance or something like that. And it had like a big frowny face. And I thought, maybe I shouldn't go then. And I sat back down and I thought, screw it. I haven't taken a picture in it's been a couple of days. So I just jumped up, grabbed camera gear, went out the door and went to this spot that's just outside of town where I normally go to. It's kind of like the barn was, it's just one of those spots right now I can always go and I'm going to get something there,
right.
Whether it's a deer or flowers or sunset or what have you. So anyways, so I go there and sure enough, there's a little bit of color in the sky. And I thought, well, okay, it's better than nothing. So then I got my car to drive home, decided to take the long way, which is something I always do. And once I had let about 5 minutes pass, like the sky just completely went crazy. And so I ended up getting, a decent amount of color when I really wasn't expecting to get anything at all. So I think I am 100% against using an app to tell you what to do. And I think I am 100% about just getting off of my butt and just going and doing it, so.
Right.
And I think I posted on Instagram, I posted on my story, whether I should keep the app or not. I deleted it before that story was probably even posted. I just completely got rid of it.
Yeah. I didn't look it up, but I saw that. I go, I didn't even know they had those. But
yeah,
I guess you can make an app, and it almost sounds like it's a shot in the dark. Whether you're going to have a good. That was a great sunset.
It was.
It was
beautiful.
It would be amazing to see, like, if that whole field was like sunflowers or some crazy thing,
Right.
I mean, that would be really cool to see.
Yep.
So, but there you go. You shared a picture.
I did an image share. But okay, so I think we've got, let's see. So Russ hasn't seen it or shot it yet. Don't feel bad. I think that's a lot of people. So everybody says, okay, we're all wondering what's going on. So I'll let you talk for a little bit. My mouth's dry.
All right, that's fine. Get something to drink. I think I need. So, so Jamie and I, when we first started back, it's almost 6 years ago on the show. Really, it is 6 years next month. And even prior to that, when we started making the show, we said, you know what? If it ever gets to the point that it's different, or we just can't fit it into our lives, because like everyone knows, we neither of us have paid. I'm positive have never paid a single mortgage payment with anything we've made from the show or a workshop, truthfully. So, you know, things have gotten a little different. And for me this year, I talked a lot about my job, basically in my job situation, even to be more descriptive, we're trying to recreate our company, and recreating a company that's been around for 20 plus years is a little tough to do. And when you're in HR, I'm on the front line making sure it's done right. So days are a little tough, and very positive. I mean, our company's doing great. You know, we're coming back, and everybody needs to go out and buy cars. I wish we could have sold Jamie's Ford. We only have one Ford dealership. But in any case, I've talked to you about my wife, my granddaughter. Lots happened this year, and to all of us. And I think the time has come. I'm like I told Jamie, I'm not really quitting. I want to retire. You know, and I don't think I'm going to be able to collect Social Security from it.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure we never opened up a 401k account.
Nope.
We never got that big. We tried. I don't think we would have put any money into it, but no, you know what? It's best that Jamie's got a great vision. He's always had the vision for the show, and if you guys followed him like I did before we even met in Lansing, we had you know, I remember following. What did you call it? Mirrorless Minute? Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
The very first things. I mean, I remember going, "Oh crap! I found somebody that actually knows about Olympus." You know. So yeah. So I mean, it's always been Jamie's vision. There's no doubt, and I would say that I loved every minute, and I still love every minute. I watch it. I listen to it in the car on the way in. These last few times that I haven't been on it. You know, sometimes I try to watch it and then it gets kicked off the air. I don't know what's happening, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But no, it is really, it's time for me to move on. I am absolutely have not stopped shooting. I wore my Olympus hat specifically for tonight, so people think, oh my gosh, I'm sure he's going to some other camera brand or something. It's not it at all. Do I see one of those new street shooting Fujis in my future? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe if the job starts getting better, that might be a thing. I really like that camera. But I still got all my cameras back there, and still shooting. And I can't wait to see my granddaughter and start shooting everything that she can do, and helping my daughter-in-law. I want to get her set up with a whole Olympus, like EM10 Mark III or something. I want to get her going, you know, because she takes great iPhone pictures, but I really like to see some better shots.
For sure.
You know, I mean, of the kid, and she's that creative to do it. But so I'll still be shooting, and I absolutely know that I think I'll be back on the show here and then if Jamie's got room for me. You know, and if I ever pick up a different camera, I'll bring it on, and we'll talk about it. It's Mirrorless Minutes. It's never been about one brand on our show, although it might have seemed like it at times. I'm going to tell you, I think that's one of the very first things hallmarks of the show. We said from the beginning, we're not, even though we both loved Olympus, we are never going to make it only about Olympus.
Right.
I think it might have been one of our first 10 shows we had. I can't remember who was somebody on with Sony.
We had Marie Lagneau on episode 5.
Right. Okay.
Yep. And
so I absolutely remember going all over the place with as much as we could. And look, it wasn't going to be not about Olympus. I mean, we both shot Olympus.
Right. So
that's that. But yeah, I think it's a good time to move on. And Jamie's got some great ideas for the show. He's got new headphones. He's got a new podcaster mic. I mean, how can you go wrong? So I just don't want people to think that there's something wrong at all between us ever. I consider Jamie absolutely one of my best friends in the world ever. I can't explain it any better than that. I mean, we're best friends. We always have been for 6 years.
Yep.
We don't argue. We don't crap on each other. We just say, hey man, roll with the punches. We've always done that. We've never, I can't remember ever getting into any kind of argument, and we've both been put under stress. I think out of Chicago, the stress Chicago, we both could have been like ripping our heads off when we figured we were eating dinner at like 11:30 at night after we thought we'd get dinner from them or whatever. I mean, I think we laughed more than we got mad.
I think so too. Yep.
And I think that's what makes us enjoyable. I'll admit it. I absolutely think that's what makes it a joy to be around Jamie, and nobody should ever stop watching because of that. I mean, what you see on the screen is what he is beneath the blue headphones. It's the same guy. I mean, it's no different. A lot of people are very different that we've met over the years. Their personalities online and all that are like, whoa, that's a different dude. So I think being true to our original statement of how we want to make the show, I think we got to stay there, and that's what I'm doing. And I want to be able to get some time with my wife, some time to concentrate on my job more, and I'm not traveling to shoot, but still shooting and having fun. And I got a big passion with competitive cycling. I've gotten like crazy about it. I love cycling, but I'm really trying to be really competitive. That's my dog. I want to, I've had a coach for a couple of months. The things with the job have changed, so I had to get rid of that. But I want to get back into actually having a personal coach, and I'm going to really start racing. And I'll be one of those old guys, man. What are they? Anybody that does biking knows they call them mammals. I don't know if you ever heard that, Jamie. It's middle-aged men in Lyrica or Lycra.
No.
Mammals. But yeah. So that's been that's been a lot of fun. And it's definitely a passion right now. But I do a lot of that biking with the TG6 in my back shirt. This weekend I've got an event and definitely bringing that with me. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's the big announcement. So I'm sure some people might try to make some other kind of thoughts behind it, but guess what? It is what it is. It's nothing.
You heard it from Mike's mouth.
Yeah.
There's no other truth to it. There's no other.
No,
anything.
Exactly.
It's just
and I think eventually, I don't see any reason why we couldn't get back together and do a crazy workshop. Our city country workshops are always a blast, and
yes,
we've got to get people back together. I feel like that's definitely when we had the most fun. So
yeah, for sure.
I mean, but yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah, it's been. I went back through. So the intro was supposed to be a video that I put together today. I mentioned that at the beginning of the show, and I had gone through and I found pictures of every single workshop we've been together in. And those go back. Wow. Those go back a ways, and I had found, or didn't find, but I went through YouTube and I pulled down all these clips where I caught you off guard when I was starting the stream, and just had them all compiled together. I'm crushed. I'm crushed because it was the perfect montage of what are 6 years of just incredible adventures, incredible friendship. I mean, we built I mean, we built this little empire that we have here. We've got so many good friends because of
right.
it.
That's what I'm really happy about is how many people I've met, and man, they're close friends. And I know right now, every one of them that could think this with us, and you feel the same way, you could take photography out of the whole equation and they'd still be great friends.
Yeah.
That's how we met them, but just super friends. Oh my gosh.
And
lifelong.
For sure. And, and I think that we not only created friends for us and them, but we also linked other people together and created new friendships with them. I know that there are a lot of people that listen that have been on workshops with us, or our listeners that have met other listeners and workshop attendees that still communicate on a regular basis. Or we made a lot of friendsdships, and, it wouldn't have happened had it not been you and I sitting here doing this, 6 years ago.
Right. In fact, one of the funniest stories I can think of, just even thinking about that, is Brian Bright and I think it was Vicky, or I don't know, maybe Barb.
Talk about that
with
meat.
the meat. That's it.
Yeah.
Every year a picture comes up and everyone talks about the workshop, but it always goes to the meat.
Yeah.
Some meat that they introduced Brian Bright to. So I'm sure Vicky or somebody on will tell us what it is. I don't remember, but Brian still talks about it today.
Yeah, I just remember it. Pork roll, yes.
Yes, that's what it was.
I mean, Brian bought pork roll and put it in a cooler or something and drove it all the way home. He loved it so much.
He did. And he's still finding ways to get it. I don't know if he's got a shipment coming from Vicky every couple of months or what.
He's got the pork roll of the month club. Vicky, you missed out on a great entrepreneurial endeavor there by starting the Pork Roll of the Month Club. There are people all over the country probably curious now.
Oh my God, I know. I'm sure if there's not, there will be now. So,
but like Mike said, though, this Mike's retiring, but how many people do you know that retire that still kind of jump back into the saddle every once in a while? So just plan on that. It's not going to be, it's funny because I was putting together this montage. And I kept thinking to myself, shit, this looks like a memorial service. Like,
I don't want it to be like that.
so I started looking for like upbeat music, and then I started, trying to make jump cuts, and I put together everything so it was more up tempo, and that's not what this is. This isn't a memorial service, it's just Mike taking it easy for a while. So, I won't drag it out a whole lot longer, but I'm going to throw Jerry on here in a minute because I see him waiting in the background there. He's out on a photo shoot right now. So I got to get Jerry in to say goodbye because Jerry is going to not be replacing Mike. Jerry is sliding into that seat. There is no replacement for Mike.
That's nice of you.
he's co-pilot number 2, I guess. Mike was the other captain of the ship, I guess. So, but yeah, just I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't. I'm that. I tell everybody this, and I don't care. I'm that guy. I'm the dog food commercial when the dog gets old. I get like all teary eyed, and I'm not going to do that crap tonight. So, but hey, just before we bring Jerry on, I just want to say, Mike, seriously, thank you so much. I was looking back through all the pictures and looking at the very first time we met was the Scott Kelby photo walk that I set up in
Lansing.
Like 70 people show up, I know.
I remember, unexpected. It was crazy.
I remember Jennifer from Olympus was there, and she was just like, "Oh my God, like this at everything you do?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
always. This is a small crowd."
but it was fun, It was, and like I said, it was the first time Mike and I had met in person. We had been talking back and forth for a while, and and from there. Things just kind of moved forward into 6 years later of doing this podcast. And I say it often, but I can't say it enough. We're eternally grateful for all of our friends and family that we've met through this. And like I said, wouldn't have made it here without Mike. Mike's been here for me, not just for the show, but in my personal life. I've had a wild ride. Since I've known Mike.
Yes, you have.
Literally since I've known Mike, my life has been this the whole time, and Mike's like constantly there if I need him. So,
yeah.
thank you.
And that will never change. So everyone needs a good friend in mid-Michigan. That's just, there should be a shirt that says that.
Yeah. Yeah. Michiganders,
that's right.
Folk.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I'm stopping the sappy. I'm gonna bring Jerry on and see what Jerry's doing. So what's
I was
going
worried
on,
about
Jerry?
him driving.
Yeah, I made it.
You made it. Yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you good.
Yeah.
We were just being sappy for a minute,
Right.
Doing the
I'm
farewells.
here with Lex, so we're on location shooting.
Cool.
So
Nice.
I had to stop the shoot to say bye to you, Mike, or not bye, but farewell from the show or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, definitely.
Sad to see you go, man. I enjoy watching you guys, man.
Hey, man, I'm glad you're going to be on, and especially because you're always representing the D, man. Even though I know you're on the other side of the state.
Right.
Because I lived in
Grand. Every now and then.
Yeah, I lived when I lived in Grand Rapids. Everybody there hated Detroit and didn't want to become Detroit.
Right.
So, but it's great to see. I know you'll have a blast, and you and Jamie will have a lot of. You just got to keep the show on the air and stop getting it pulled off.
Right. Yeah.
We'll keep it going.
Yeah.
I hope we get a photo walk out of you at least once a year still.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait. In fact, those will probably be a lot more fun.
Those are fun, man. Those are fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Well, before you go, what are you shooting tonight? What are you doing?
I'll show you guys.
Okay.
I'm shooting at this abandoned gas station.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how.
Oh, nice. Now I can see it. Yeah.
The sun's just now starting to give me that golden hour, so I'm waiting a little longer, and then we're gonna start.
Nice.
Very
cool. Very cool. I like it. I can already see the setup there.
Right. I don't know if you guys can hear me. The traffic keeps going past. So.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Cool.
So good deal, man.
Right. Well, I just wanted to say bon voyage, my friend.
All right, buddy. Thanks, man.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
Photo walk, man. I'm coming.
All right.
Go for a ride on that electric bike.
Yeah, well, those are gone, man. The electric bikes are gone.
What?
We go full body power now.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna let you guys do your thing, man. I'm out of here.
All right, we'll see you, Jerry.
See you, Jerry. Bye. I think that might be the future of workshops right there, online. As long as you can get good service.
For sure, I know. Joe Edelman does something, very similar to that. Maybe not at an abandoned gas station, but I think he's got a studio set up where he's doing it. But again, very similar. So
yeah, definitely.
It's not going to be. I don't think that I could do the workshops I want to do that way, but Jerry could definitely teach portraiture that way for sure.
Yeah, maybe. There you go. All right. Well, look, man, we made it past our 30 minutes. That's what we always said.
You got it. Yep.
So, all right. Well, thanks again to everyone, and I appreciate you working with me. And I've always loved being here for everybody. And again, it's not a goodbye. Like Jamie said, it's not a dang memorial. That's for sure. But hey, we'll see each other. We're still following each other on Facebook. I'm certain of that.
There you
go. We'll see you down the road.
All right. We'll see everybody back here in 2 weeks. You guys take care. Get out there and shoot. Do what I did. When you think there's nothing to shoot, get off your butt, grab your camera, and you'll find something out there. I promise. Take care.
Good deal. See you, everybody.